afternoon. Welcome to Pets on Parade, which is brought to you by 3TV. I'm Ashley Goebel from the Arizona Humane Society.
And I'm Carrie Hughes. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We've got a great show in store for you. Lots of adoptable pets looking for forever homes. We'll introduce you to a shaggy dog named Grizzly and tell you how he became best friends with that pretty Australian Shepherd Dakota there. Plus, an amazing before and after story of Margie, a small poodle who was given an incredible doggy makeover. And meet Lancelot, an American shorthair who lived outside for months and was rescued off the streets with a severely injured leg, but now he's ready for a forever friend. But first, we'll introduce you to our beautiful little Persian kitty co-host here. This is Peppermint. She's just 13 weeks old. She was rescued from a hoarding situation by our emergency animal medical technicians when she was just a few weeks old. She spent some time being socialized and spent some time in a farm where she met dogs, cats, and kids. She really just blossomed out of her shell and has become such a cuddly little kitty, really low-key, low maintenance, just wants a light nip of catnip dusting every once in a while, or to chase down a toy mice if she's not cuddling up in your arms there. She's also got an excellent purr, Carrie.
She's beautiful.
Well, this weekend marks the 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. An estimated 600,000 pets were killed or stranded due to the hurricane, and the Arizona Humane Society deployed an emergency response team to Louisiana to assist in the animal rescue efforts. This Chow Golden Retriever mix was found abandoned in the aftermath. He had endured days in the water when our emergency animal medical technicians found him. His paws were raw. They needed medical care, which consists of daily soaking, cleaning, bandage changes, and that's how he got the name Boots. So he made a long journey back to Arizona where he was medically treated and then found a great home with Susan and Bob. And years later, Boots now serves as a very special position in our volunteer force. He's actually a kitten nanny, and Boots helps socialize young kittens and makes them more adoptable in the end. So he also visits elementary schools and serves as a canine ambassador for AHS.
Well, we absolutely love Boots and all the work that he does for the Arizona Humane Society. Well, let's meet some of our adoptable kiddos. And first, we'll start off with a few critters. And guinea pigs are pretty much the cutest critters ever because they're so docile and they make great pets. Ski, tell us about Missy and Maisie.
Missy and Maisie are bonded pair, so we are going to have them go home together. But these two girls are the best of friends, and guinea pigs make great pets. They're good first-time pets, and they're usually kept in some sort of enclosure or a cage. They live about 8 to 10 years. These two are very hand-tame, and they make little noises. They coo to each other and little weak noises. Actually, it sounds like a little video game. If you separate them and they can't see each other, you hear them calling to each other. But a good little trick for these guys is to get a cardboard box, turn it upside down. They'll not only jump on top of it, but if you cut a little hole for a door, they will make it their little guinea pig house. And you'll find these two cuddling in the back together. Missy and Maisie, come down and meet them and listen to their cute little noises.
Well, we want to give a special shout out to little Phoebe, who decided to have a collection drive for the homeless pets at the Arizona Humane Society, and she donated a whole pile of goodies, much needed supplies for our shelter pets. So tail wags to Phoebe, thanks for all of your help. Well, National Dog Day is coming up on Monday. It's a day to celebrate our canine friends and their contribution they make to making life here on Earth just so much better. And Perry Sam here is all about dog parks and dog walks, dog days, just hanging out in the yard. And today he hopes very much to find someone who he can spend the rest of his life with. Lots of tail wags with this guy.
And he's a beautiful dog, Ashley. You can see just how well behaved he is, too. He is everything trained. He is leash trained, crate trained, house trained. He knows sit, come, and stay. He knows all of his basic commands. He's a beautiful dog. I really don't know what kind of a mix this is, possibly golden, or they have him down as a Rhodesian Ridgeback mix. He's a really pretty boy. Like I said, he walks very, very nicely on the leash. He's going to be a great little jogging partner or walking partner for somebody. He's just an all-around great guy, and he's just super well-behaved. Loves everybody except possibly for some cats. Doesn't see eye to eye with them, but other than that, he's a great boy. Come on down and check out this really pretty mix of a dog. This is this great Sam.
I think he's agreeing with absolutely everything that you're saying today, Perry. Well, Cyrus is a stunning color point kitten, and Megan, he is not only handsome with his flame point markings, but he's also very animated as he gallops sideways across the room chasing after a toy.
Exactly, Carrie. He is so playful. He's really, really energetic and fun, but at just 8 weeks old, he's exactly what you would expect from a kitten. And let me tell you guys, he is the sweetest kitten. As soon as you pick him up and hold him, his purr just starts going crazy, and he is just so content to sit in your lap for hours as you pet him. And he is also very easy to shop for. He's not very picky on his toys, and he really enjoys just a little paper towel or toilet paper roll with a pipe cleaner on the end, and that's his favorite thing to spend an afternoon playing with. So you won't have to spend a ton of money on toys for this guy because he's content to just play with anything you have around the house. So come see Cyrus. He is a sweet little kitty.
Beautiful eyes he has, too. Thanks, Megan. Now, Dakota and Grizzly are best friends who enjoy the company of people just as much as they do each other. These two promise twice the love. Ski, tell us how these pups first met.
Well, they were strays that Good Samaritans couldn't catch, and the reports from the neighborhood Good Samaritans are that they kind of stayed away from each other. But one day, Grizzly here was attacked by another stray, and Dakota came to his rescue, got that other dog away, stood over Dakota until a Good Samaritan called the EAMTs, and they came to his rescue. So they developed a friendship right there on the spot, and when they came to the Humane Society together and were treated, they really have grown very close to each other. And are on the buddy system. They would like to see them go home to the same family here. Dakota is a soft wheaten terrier, which is, a prime example on how the Humane Society does get purebred dogs. And we believe that Grizzly here is a Australian Shepherd mix. So they love to play tug of war with each other. They love to hang out with each other. They love to do everything together. And they definitely are going to make a good addition to a family who's looking for a couple of good dogs to love.
Well, everybody needs a best friend in their life. I'm so glad that they found each other. And Simon arrived in our doorway when he was just a few weeks old and benefited from our foster program.
Yes, Simon here is 10 weeks old now, and as you can see, he's not so much of a tiny puppy anymore. He is fat and sassy, and he has his foster family, Robbie, to thank for that, because without foster families, little ones like this would be staying in our hospital kennels. Well, we all know that that's no place for a puppy to learn to grow up. They need to be socialized and learn to be around people and kids, and our wonderful foster heroes do just that for us. Not only do they get to recover from whatever injuries or whatever medication they need to have, but they also learn to be good family members. So little Simon here is already off to a great start with housebreaking, and he's mastered sit with no effort whatsoever. And as you can see, he's chewing, so get ready for that, because he is going to need some chew toys and some training. But he will be our flyball champion or an agility champion in no time, as long as you invest in just a little bit of training with Mr. Simon.
Now that guy sure puts the up in puppy. Lots of energy with Simon there. Well, stay with us. We have more puppies, kitties for you to meet, some critters. We'll introduce you to this beautiful Dapple Dachshund and her best friend, and tell you where our Wagon Wheels mobile adoption truck will be heading later on in the show. So we'll be right back.